Unlocking the secrets of the subconscious. Understanding defense mechanisms. Have you ever wondered why we sometimes act in ways that even we don't understand? Welcome to our exploration of the subconscious mind, where we delve into the fascinating world of defense mechanisms. These are the invisible shields our minds erect to protect us from anxiety, stress, and emotional pain. First explored by Sigmund Freud, these strategies help us cope with life's challenges. Today, we'll uncover these hidden defenses, understand how they work, and explore their impact on our mental well-being. Life throws us curveballs. How does our subconscious help us cope? In moments of disappointment and rejection, our subconscious steps in, deploying defense mechanisms to help us navigate emotional turbulence. These mechanisms are not just psychological concepts. They manifest in our everyday lives, affecting how we react to stress and adversity. Part 1. Decoding the defenses. What are some of the intriguing mechanisms our minds use? Repression. Imagine burying a painful memory so deep that you no longer consciously remember it. This can shield you from distress, but may manifest as unexplained anxiety. For instance, someone who experienced a traumatic event in childhood might have no recollection of it, but feels anxious in similar situations. A person who was bullied in school might not remember the specific incidents but feels uneasy in social gatherings. Denial. Refusing to accept a harsh truth helps maintain stability in unsettling situations. Consider a person who continues to spend lavishly despite being in significant debt, refusing to acknowledge the financial trouble. Or a smoker who ignores medical advice about the dangers of smoking, insisting they won't be affected. Projection. Attributing our flaws to others distances us from uncomfortable truths. For example, a person who is unfaithful might accuse their partner of infidelity, reflecting their own guilt. Or a manager who is insecure about their leadership skills might criticize team members for lacking initiative. Displacement. Redirecting emotions from a threatening target to a safer one is common. Picture an employee who, after receiving criticism from their boss, goes home and argues with their partner instead. Another example is a student frustrated with a difficult exam might take their anger out on a friend. Regression. Reverting to behaviors from an earlier developmental stage under stress. A classic example is an overwhelmed adult throwing a tantrum similar to a child's. Another example. A teenager might start sucking their thumb again when faced with the pressure of a new school. Rationalization. Creating logical explanations for irrational behaviors can be a defense. A student who fails a test might blame the teacher's unfair questions rather than their lack of study. Or someone who justifies cheating on their diet by saying they deserve a treat after a hard day. Sublimation. Transforming negative impulses into positive actions is a constructive defense. An individual with aggressive tendencies might take up martial arts to channel their energy constructively. Another example is someone experiencing intense emotions might turn to painting or writing to express themselves creatively. Reaction formation. Behaving in a way that's opposite to one's true feelings can mask insecurity. A person who feels insecure about their abilities might act overly confident. Or someone who harbors resentment towards a colleague but acts exceedingly friendly towards them. Intellectualization. Focusing on logic and facts helps avoid emotional stress. Someone diagnosed with a serious illness might immerse themselves in learning about the disease. A person going through a breakup might focus on the statistical likelihood of finding a new partner instead of dealing with their heartbreak. Identification. Adopting characteristics of others to cope with anxiety is common. A child who feels powerless might emulate a superhero to feel stronger. Or a new employee mimicking the behaviors of a successful colleague to fit into the workplace. Compensation. Excelling in one area to make up for deficiencies in another is a well-known defense. A socially awkward person might focus on academic achievement to gain recognition. Another example, someone who feels inadequate in their career might become overly involved in community service to boost their self-esteem. Part 2. The double-edged sword. Are defense mechanisms always beneficial? Defense mechanisms are a double-edged sword. In the short term, they provide relief from anxiety and help us navigate social situations. However, long-term reliance can hinder emotional growth and contribute to mental health challenges. Conclusion. How can understanding our defense mechanisms empower us? Understanding our defense mechanisms allows us to recognize these patterns, fostering greater self-awareness and empathy. By bringing these subconscious processes to light, we can develop healthier coping strategies for a more fulfilling life. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the fascinating world of defense mechanisms. Remember, the mind is a complex and powerful tool. By understanding its inner workings, we unlock the potential for greater emotional well-being and personal growth.